Hi, Assalamualaikum and greeting everyone. On behalf of my research team, I would like to share with you regarding my research study, which is determinant of green purchasing behavior among young consumers. First of all, I would like to introduce my research team. The first researcher is Amira binti Othman from Polytechnic Sultan Abdul Halim Muazzam Shah, and the second researcher is Siti Hajar binti Ghazali from Polytechnic Muazzam Shah. This is a presentation outline that comprises of 5 departments. The first is introduction, the second one is literature review, the third is methodology, the fourth is finding and result, and the last one is conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on the first department, which is introduction, environmental issue has been a serious concern for most developing countries of specific effect on economic condition and governmental policy. Schedule this show increase of 79% from 4,030 metric ton to 7,185 metric ton in 2020. Malaysia could face major environmental matters that are high cost to the people and the economy where the Earth's warning signs are ignored. The WHO had reported that air pollution affected 7,251 deaths in Malaysia up to 2012. Next, we go on perception framework. There are 3 items will influence the green consumption. The first one is social influence, the second one is green consumption incentive, the third one is environmental concern. Next is a problem statement. We have identified 3 problem statements. First one, 6,251 deaths in Malaysia up 2012 about air pollution reported by the WHO. And the 12 Nation Plan has addressed the environmental concern. And the last one is Smart Polygreen Blueprint was designed to support government policy to encourage to decrease the intensity of carbon dioxide gas. The purpose of the study is to examine the factor green purchasing among young consumers. There are 3 objectives of the study. The first one is to identify the relationship between the social influence and green consumption behavior among young consumers. The second one is to find the association between green consumption incentive toward green consumption behavior among young consumers. And the last one is to determine the relationship between environmental concern toward the green consumption behavior among young consumers. Now we're moving on the literature review. The first one is social influence. Several groups are more important than others regarding their influence over people. Especially reference groups are mostly significant for individuals since they represent a view of reference for evaluation of their individual belief, attitude, and behavior. It has recommended that social influence has the probable to influence the both environmental contribution and green purchasing behavior. Next, we go on the second variable, which is green consumption incentive. The Malaysian government has introduced green technology incentive, which was announced in the budget 2014. Businesses have offered internal green economic incentive to workers designed for environmental friendly decisions, which have enhanced the long-term profitability while losing short-term profitability. The government at different stages offer incentive for green building in the Australian Construction Division by Stanfield et al. 2011. The third variable is environmental concern. Consumer environmental concern is perceived to grow when consumption behavior becomes more ready toward environmentally careful goods and services, and consumers alternate their buying behavior to become greener. There is a positive relationship between environmental concern and environmental friendly behavior by Strachan and Robert, 1999. And the last variable is current consumption behavior. Growing environmental worry has directed to change in the consumption behavior in the previous couple of decades. According to Hamzo and Linton, being incentive toward the environment changes the consumer behavior to supporting the development of environmentally conscious behavior, which rise the demand for green goods and recycled products. Individuals who have environmental concern generally are extroverted, more governed in a moral standard, respect for duty, and will to succeed, and matured than a person who are low in environmental consideration by Brick and Lewis 2014. Now, we're moving on the part of methodology. We conduct on the qualitative study on the research design. On the sampling technique, we conduct 157 respondents from undergraduate study from Polytechnic Sultan Abdul Halim Muazzam Shah. In a data analysis, we run several analyses, which is reliability, descriptive analysis, correlation analysis, and multiple regression analysis. On a data collection, we conduct through a survey questionnaire, all data processed by SPSS 21. Moving on the interesting part, which is finding. We start with the reliability analysis. The value of the Cromwell alpha for all the variables were at least 0.89. We show that the item from the scale have a good internal consistency reliability. Next, go on the descriptive analysis. The highest mean score is green consumption incentive with a value 3.9, followed by environmental concern, social influence, and green consumption. Next, on the correlation analysis, based on the table, show the Pearson coefficient among variables. Green consumption incentive has the highest significant correlation, which is 0.687, followed by social influence and environmental concern. The regression analysis shows which of the proposed variables show impact on the green consumption. It shows that green consumption incentive have the significant value, which is the value of beta is 0.539. The effect of the social influence is 0.425 with a significant value 0.00. Meanwhile, it shows that the effect of environmental concern towards the green consumption is with the beta value is negative 0.160. Therefore, the most determinant factor towards green consumption behavior is green consumption incentive because the significant value is 0.0 and with the highest beta value. For the conclusion, the first one is social influence is a vital element towards the green consumption. On the second one, green consumption incentive is the most determinant factor toward green consumption among consumers. The third one is the negative relationship between environmental concern toward green consumption among young consumers. Other studies also supported by Kim, Y, and Choi 2005 also have a contradictory relationship between environmental concern toward the green purchase behavior. Other researchers also support that they have a moderate significant correlation between environmental concern toward environmental friendly apparel product. Thank you for listening. Thank you.